are you able to do flyering and things like that in markets where you're not physically at? Do you have people that will help you out when you're on the road, do promotions, things like that for you?
We usually, or management just sends like a packet of posters to the club, and then they'll put it in the club, and maybe a few other places.
I think maybe is that our time?
Well, a couple minutes, but just wanted to get your attention. That's all.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Do we have any questions from the audience for the panel? Show of hands. Right back here.
I was just going to point out to Jessica, I know you were talking about Facebook and how we have a lot of issues with cross invites on Facebook. I don't know if you've ever considered, because I know personally what I do with my friends when somebody creates a party of some sort is you make certain people admins, and then everyone has control of the party and who they invite to the party. So I don't know if that would be something that would work for you in terms of promoting concerts with venues and performers, and you as a promoter.
No, it would work, and it's a really good suggestion. And it is something that I've definitely been trying to do. It's definitely the problem that I think a lot of other people have with this is a result of lack of communication, having too many people involved.
Too many cooks.
Yeah, everybody wants to start their own invitation, but what you're saying is absolutely the way to go about it, making people administrators, giving them control over the event, and asking them to participate and collaborate in the one event rather than new ones. So,
Yeah.
For film, there are a lot of already aggregators out there besides YouTube. YouTube's the most popular. What is the problem that you feel that some of those sites like Atom and iFilm and stuff like that are doing that don't promote the people's videos or movies that another site might do?
I think that YouTube is free.
Ah, yes.
And Atom Films is charges and, Babblegum. And so, but why shouldn't they? Why shouldn't you have to pay to see a film?
Do you think that's better for the filmmaker?
I think the filmmaker should use YouTube to promote it.
Okay.
And like all of our behind the scenes stuff is up on YouTube, our trailer's up on YouTube, but you'll never see our film on YouTube. Never. I mean, the one I'm promoting right now, but I mean, I just don't, why would you do that? There's so many, and like Open Indie, I mean, they're still going to charge, you're still going to pay to see that film, but it didn't cost the filmmaker any money to sit there and put their film up there, and they're not giving 20% to those people to just have their film up there and show it to people. Did I answer your question?
Sure.
Two things. One, more of a statement or just kind of like good news about MySpace. And the other one is a question. The good news is, so MySpace about usability and the user experience, I think that was a common comment that everybody has said, and I think a lot of other people may share that. An interesting thing that they did recently within the past 6 weeks is they hired Christina Woodkey, who is the writer of blueprints for information architecture blueprints. She used to be the user experience director for Yahoo and some other things. And one of the reasons that they hired her was exactly to address some of those issues. So I think that exactly what you guys are saying. My pal Christina is going to be on the job. I'm actually going to tweet her and say, hey, they're asking for this. Do great things. The other question is, what about some of the the channels like LinkedIn and some of the other more business-oriented channels? Are you guys leveraging channels like LinkedIn from a more business connection standpoint for your artists or for your the people involved in film or music? Or is LinkedIn simply totally off your radar?
I use it, but not to connect with artists at all. I use it just mostly because other people have asked me to. I mean, other professionals in the music industry. And then sometimes just other friends and I guess mostly music industry people, though. It's definitely more in a personal way than, it's not to hook up with artists at all, though, and not for promotion.
Have you had any good business contacts? Has any conversations or connections off of LinkedIn actually bore fruit for your business?
No, because I don't think that there's anybody that I met on LinkedIn. It's all people who I already am, in contact with. So it hasn't had that benefit for me yet.
We use it because it has groups. So we use it for filmmaker groups, there's editor groups, there's actor groups, so, you know, it seems like they finally got a handle on all the spammers that were in there, which is great, because I stopped going to the groups because of that, but
Yeah.
they seem to be kind of weeding them out somehow. And then as a business, as Film Cup, we use it to promote our seminars or just our business in general to those groups. But a lot of people are putting their stuff up there in terms of independent film and saying, come check out my trailer, let me know what you think. You know, they're using it for feedback from those professionals that are in that group.
It'd be easier to find a group of DOPs to look at your film on LinkedIn than anywhere else, and get those kinds of tips and pointers.
Right.
Joel, LinkedIn, you on there?
No, never used it before.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I can't say that he would be.
Questions, anyone else? Sir?
Question is mainly for Amy, but maybe Joel has some thoughts about where do you draw the line between if you're trying to promote something and get the word out while something's being made in progress and you want to give people up behind the scenes, especially on Twitter, and they want to feel that connection, where do you draw the line between showing too much and so you leave them
Yeah, we had to be really careful about it, and the director-writer was really concerned about it, because the end of the film's called Crooked Lane. It has like a surprise ending kind of thing, so you can't give away too much. So we just teased a little bit and kind of put it out there, and we'd ask questions of the crew, like, what do you think happened to Ava? And then people are like, what do you mean what happened to Ava? Because they don't know, because they in the film. So that kind of thing. But we were very careful not to show too much, and still trying to keep the curtain there a little bit, but just peek a little bit.
I assume that's a pretty common concern with filmmakers, how
Yeah.
much you're going to put into the trailer, how much you can give away, plot line, gags, things like that. That's kind of, I guess that's a
I
concern.
mean, I hate that when I see too much of the trailer, and I'm like, I just saw the whole movie. I hate that. It's like, show me like 5 quick scenes with music or something, you know, move on. And I'd rather see like what film camera they used, or where were the locations, and stuff like that, and then be interested to go see the film, and I just heard all the Best Buy jokes.
Right. Are there any good examples of people whose like press packages, like their output before the film? I guess recently, has anyone done, you thought, an exemplary job with showing off their film without showing off their film?
Well, interesting enough, today somebody sent me a link and said, you know, go see our film on Hulu. Well, I didn't have time to do that. It was called The Graduates. And so I just went and, you know, looked at the trailer. And the trailer was just scenes with "We Are the Champions" over it. And so I liked what I saw, but like I wasn't hearing the dialogue and every little thing that was going on. So that was kind of interesting to me that it was like that. Or, you know, people are cutting them faster, I think, so you're not seeing as much, or they're very disorienting and they're not denying the sequence of how it happens in the film. So it like really, you have no idea what's going to happen. Or they make you think it's something, but then you go and it's another. In terms of press packages, I send them out. I don't see them.
Right.